We are finally back. We took a long needed break. I moved to Colorado. Gabby had a lot going on. We both kind of started new careers. Gabby didn't really start a new career. She just like started working. Yeah, she just started working a lot more. You bought a house.
Bought a house. That's about it.
Works 2 hospital jobs now.
And we've been trying to travel more and do more things, and that's why we're here. We're back.
Yes, and it is 2.0. So we kind of just want to like tell you guys what to expect from here on out. Like we said, we now live in 2 different states, so getting together weekly and doing our beer reviews how we used to do it is going to be a lot more difficult and challenging.
Because we went from living right across from each other to living 6 hours away from each other.
Literally, we were neighbors. So, and like Gabby said, we love to travel. We want to travel more. And so we kind of just figured, why just review beers? Why not travel to the breweries and review them there? And just kind of like take you guys along for the ride. Like, we're gonna vlog our whole trip, our whole experience. So where we're staying, like shopping around, restaurants, food. So it's kind of like a whole beer review vlog, travel experience type thing.
And of course, like, one of the things we really enjoyed from doing the beer review at first, like, we loved reviewing the beers, but we really loved hanging out with our friends and getting everybody together. That was one of the most fun times that we had.
It was.
So we're definitely going to throw that in there.
Yes. We still want to do some beer review, old school beer reviews. But now they're going to be a lot bigger. We're just going to, every time we can get together and have an opportunity, we're going to invite whoever wants to come, past guests, new guests, whatever. And we still are going to do those, take it back to how we used to and where we started. But we want to transition this into more of like a beer and traveling vlog. And we want to be able to like travel while we're young and able to and experience stuff. And we want to take you guys along. So if you guys are ever traveling to these places and want to go by the brewery or want to try out new beers or buy new beers, we're still kind of like guiding you on like how they taste, where to go, what our favorites are, so you guys can still see the review and know where to go to from there.
We are in New Mexico, but we're almost to our Airbnb.
We are traveling to Albuquerque, which right now the big hot air balloon festival is going on. So we're doing that at the same time. Sipping with Sarah and Gabby. 2.0 is taking you guys to New Mexico. So yeah, Santa Fe, Albuquerque. We're gonna document all of it for you guys, and we will see you guys in Santa Fe. Yeah.
Another Tuesday, and we sleep into when it's too late. 'Cause summer is whatever you say, so I don't mind at all. At all. It's a new place if we close our eyes.
And so that's where our first Sipping with Sarah and Gabby 2.0 is taking you guys, is to New Mexico. So yeah, Santa Fe, Albuquerque, we're going to document all of it for you guys. We're going to get back on the road.
Pray for me, so you're driving us.
Yeah, I'm driving. And we will see you guys in Santa Fe. Yeah.
Is this the door?
It's not
Yeah.
bad. It smells strong.
What's it like?
It's actually not bad.
Oh.
As far as eyes can see. So baby, come with me.
Oh, these two So we went to our first brewery called Second Street Brewing Company at the Rail Yard. And that is in Santa Fe. The area was actually really cute.
It was. Yeah.
There was like, it's by like the rail yard, so outside of the homeless man screaming at us. Real great vibe. There was murals and like some other things down there.
A ton of places to look at and take pictures next to, and
100%. There's like shopping around. We went to a Trader Joe's
yeah,
nearby.
farmers market.
We started out with 3 IPAs and one of them was a double IPA. One of them, I don't think either of us liked that second one. No. The double IPA threw me for a twist. It actually wasn't that bad.
It wasn't bad.
Then we had a Kolsch. The Kolsch was pretty good.
They're always good.
Yeah, they're always good. There was a sour that I really liked. Gabby, you thought it was a little too
If you're an
sour.
OG, you know that I do not like
Yeah,
sours.
she's not a sour gal, but the stout, we did a stout and it wasn't bad. It was kind of smooth.
I think all around they all had really good flavor.
We had a seltzer and it tasted pretty much like a ranch water to me. It was really, you said it was really carbonated.
Yeah.
What was the Bone Crusher?
Yes, the last one.
It was an amber.
Yeah, I really like
You
that.
liked that one a lot, and it was smooth because ambers are a little bit darker, but it wasn't too dark.
No.
And I thought it was really good. I'd say overall for the brewery, because we did a flight, just like the atmosphere and location. For
Food was amazing.
the food was so good.
I had an alien burger.
Yes, it was badass.
And you had fish
And chips.
I think overall I'm just gonna give it like an 8.1.
An 8.1.
Yeah.
Yeah, the food brings it up, and I feel like beers are so rotational. So we could go back in a couple of weeks and have a completely different lineup of beers that we like absolutely love. But overall, I'd probably give it like an 8, like a 7, 9, 8. Just the atmosphere was a cool location. The food was super good. Like I would just go to there to eat.
Yes, I would too.
And honestly, the beer was pretty good too. So yeah, like a 7, 9.
Okay.
It's like an 8 flat
Yeah.
for Second Street Brewing Company at the Rail Yard in Santa Fe. So cheers to our first brewery review.
In New Mexico.
As Sipping with Sierra and Gabby 2.0
In New Mexico.
in Mexico. Santa Fe, baby. Okay, so we visited 2 more breweries last night. So we were looking at like reviews and like pictures on like Google, and this place is like one of the best breweries. Like you need to go there. It was Senior Citizens Night at Santa Fe Brewing Company.
Sierra almost got burritos.
I almost we ordered some beers, and there's an open bar seat in front of me. It's packed, and everyone there is over the age of like 50.
Oh yeah.
Majority are like 70 and above. Open bar and a seat, and I'm like, okay, well, I just need to grab my beers, so we can get out of people's way. And Kathy showed up, and her husband about fought me because I was in her seat. Yeah, and Kathy was nice. She was nice, but and then there's a really drunk guy spilling beer everywhere. We almost got beer spilled on us.
This is like 7:30.
Yeah, definitely a weird crowd, but the beer, so good.
I got a pale ale, and it was a little bit darker, so I was nervous, but it was really good.
Yeah, and I don't. Your beer did look dark, and I didn't know how I'd like it, but it tasted super good. And then I got a cherry cider, but it tasted like a cider mixed with a sour. It wasn't super sweet, and it was so good. Like, I would go back and buy those.
Yeah,
it was delicious. Overall, like, really good atmosphere. The place was really cool. There was a musician playing live music outside. Anyways, I liked it. I liked it too. The beer was good. The bartenders were super nice. We bought some t-shirts. So yeah, what would you?
I loved it. I thought the beer was really good. And towards the end, when we were paying our tab, we mixed a cherry cider with, what was that one?
I can't remember what it was called, but I think it was like a light Kolsch beer. And he just like mixed it together with like, you guys just need to try this, and it was
So good.
It was delicious. Like, I honestly would be down to go back and have like another beer there tonight. And of course, we took a lot of videos and stuff about like over the place and everything. Honestly, I'm gonna give it like an 8.5.
I was gonna say 8.4. 8.45.
Yeah, 8.4-5. Santa Fe Brewing Company in Santa Fe, New Mexico. We ended the day and the night. We went to
Hidden Mountains Brewing Company.
and that one, holy shit.
We got just appetizers, and we got like 4 appetizers.
The food.
It was really good.
And like even the presentation of the food, like of course like we'll show you guys all the videos we took, but I had a elote for the first time, which is like what's on it?
Corn on the cob with like chili powder, mayonnaise, butter, lime.
It was so good. That's a Mexican style corn, if you guys don't know. But it was delicious. We had calamari, which is squid, fried squid. It was so good. Gabby threw down 7 hot wings.
We only got 6.
Okay.
We had one.
She threw out 5. She showed me a little trick on how to do your hot wings, and it was literally her digging your fingers into a hot wing. I don't know if it did much, but and then we had like chips, salsa, queso, guacamole, trio.
I'm scared. We each had a Mexican lager. I can't remember the names of them now, but
Yours was a Prieta Especial.
Oh yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
And mine was just a Mexican lager. Like, that's all it was called. But we did salt lime. Both were really good. I don't think it was my favorite, like, Mexican style lager. Or like, I don't think it was my favorite lager, like Mexican style cerveza lager I've ever had. But it was really good. This brewery, was definitely more of like a restaurant and brewery combined. It definitely had like a restaurant atmosphere. We did freeze our ass off last night in our glamping tent. It got to like 40, but it's beautiful now. Hidden Mountains Brewing Company, also in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I feel like if we tried more beers, I feel like we only tried 2 beers.
Yeah.
They didn't have a lot of beer options, but the food and the atmosphere and even the beer we tried was phenomenal. If I was just going off food, I would give it like a 10. And the food is just part of it, but the main thing is the beer. So I'm going to give it an 8-1 because I did like the beer, but there wasn't a lot of options and there wasn't a lot of diversity. But I mean, overall, it was awesome. You're like, exactly what she said. That's what I want.
She made me hold up the film last night while we were watching Netflix.
We watched 10 minutes of Hocus Pocus and Gabby's like, my arm's tired, I gotta put it down. We'll watch it tomorrow. We went and bought a projector from Walmart, but we didn't get an HDMI cord. So we're buying that today and we're gonna watch Hocus Pocus. So we'll let you know how we think about that. But I'm giving it an 8-1 overall. Food was awesome. Beer was limited. Beer was good though.
I agree. And our waiter was nice.
We'll let you guys know how Albuquerque is.
Bye.
It was a good day. I'm so glad the sun stayed around. Yeah, it was a good day. Not much to do but just stay around. Yeah, it was a good day. I'm so glad the sun stayed around.
So today we're going to the Air Balloon Festival. We're going to be in Albuquerque and try a couple more breweries there.
It was a good day.
Delicious. Not bad.
Not bad?
Not bad at all.
Like it? So I'm drinking a sour. It's a raspberry sour. It's super good. Yeah, I'd probably give this in sours like 8.8, 8.9. And Gabby actually liked this sour, so that says something. It's a good sour if Gabby likes it.
I'm drinking a beer so she didn't tell us. Oh, I think she was like Havana.
Yeah, I think it's like just a Kolsch or like lighter beer.
And it's really good.
And it's just literally beer and orange juice. But it was really good. I really liked it. So, cheers. And we are at Stillbender Brewing Company in Albuquerque. So,
everything we're giving is enough. Moments fit together like a glove. All my questions answered by this.
salute.
It was a good day. Not much to do but just stay around.
Oh, excuse my bag.
Excuse
my catchphrase. They got a Goodwill for $12.
This
Okay.
is the Up, Alt, and Away. And
What is it
there's
called? Wait, what?
Up, Alt, and Away.
Up, alt, and away. And mine is the prickly pear. So this looks good. Mine does. Cheers. Oh my gosh, it's a sour.
Oh, this is an IPA.
This one tastes like pickle almost.
Really?
Yes.
The prickly pear.
I know, but it tastes like the pickly pear. Are you gonna swap? Oh, I actually think you might like that because the pickle juice. I don't think I'll like this. Ooh. Actually, that's pretty smooth. It's not that bad.
This one's sour.
It tastes pickly, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Spent all of our time
area. We're getting close to my house. We're back in Colorado. We went to 2 breweries in Albuquerque. We spent most of our day at the balloon festival though.
Yeah, we did a long time.
Like 4 to 5 hours, 5 hours. We went to Stillbender, which I think that was my favorite brewery we visited the whole time.
Mine too. It was really good.
It was good. Both of our beers were good. You had a
It's called like a Lloyd's Pilsner. Not sure.
but it was, what was the beer most of you had? Do you remember what beer it was?
Carvana beers, I think.
But it was her, so she had a beer mosa, but it was house brewed. And then I had a sour beer, which was really good. You said you liked it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Was that the one you liked?
I
Yeah.
really liked it.
And it was a raspberry sour. But the atmosphere was super cool. The outdoor area was nice, and the inside was huge. And then you could like watch the balloon festival and all the hot air balloons from their from their patio. We went. There's like some shopping around there, and it was a cool location. We went to a Goodwill, and there's like a little shopping outlet mall and like restaurants all around that area. But I'm giving it like a 9.2, like overall. Like I would have stayed there all day and hung out if we didn't have other plans.
Same, honestly. I'll give it that too.
9.2? Yeah. We're really spot on with our like, numbers. We went to Marble Brewing Company, which both of these were in Albuquerque. And why am I like blanking on what that place looked like?
It was a restaurant.
Okay, so that one was cool too. They didn't have food there. So, but it was like in a little outlet mall type thing, and you could order food from other places.
And they just brought it over to you.
Yeah, so like you just say like I'm sitting out, or I'm over at Marble, or I'm sitting on their patio. We sat on the patio, and there was like a sushi place, and then like a burger and Mexican place.
Yeah.
That food was really good though.
Yes,
it was super good.
The food the entire weekend was really good.
It was so, like, I don't think we had a bad meal.
No.
Like, all the food. And their beer was probably my favorite. It was so diverse.
At Marble?
Yes.
Yes.
They had so many.
We had 2 flights.
But I bet they had 40 beers on tap. There was so many to choose from. We did 2 flights, so 12, I think there was 12, 6 apiece,
Yeah.
6 each. But they had tons of beer to choose from. If I was going off of just beer, they would get a super high number. But, like, the food setup and, like, the atmosphere was cool. But, I don't know. I think I'm going to go, like, an 8.7, 8.6.
Yeah.
But it was, like, I think that would have been, like, my second favorite one.
I give them like an 8.3 for sure.
It's like 8.4 total.
Yeah.
I think overall though, the food everywhere we went was amazing. The beer was actually really good, and I'm a sour drinker, but all of the sour beer I had was phenomenal. Like every single sour I had, and they had a lot of like different things too going on. Overall, I had a really good time.
It was a great weekend.
It was. Balloon Festival was awesome. We had a lot of beer there. It was so freaking expensive, but whatever. Our place we stayed was super cool. So, I mean, I say this is a solid first beer vlog.
Yes.
And we drank a lot of beer for you guys. So, any final remarks? Anything you think?
Cheers.
Cheers. That's Sipping with Sarah and Gabby.
Moments fit together like a glove.